There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. No, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name. Hey, yo, what's going on? Right now you're watching Casino Is the Name, and my sister just won a $150,000 government contract with the state of South Carolina. Kudos to you, ma'am. And in this video, I just wanted to talk to you guys about the world of government contracts. So I've covered this before on my channel, right? But I've been getting a lot of questions about government contracts still. I know I did a video with a lady by the name of Sheena, and Sheena has been trying to help as many people as she could. My sister, she does government contract consulting. Sheena, she helps people get certified. And I'm not sure all the different types of services that she provides, but I'm definitely going to try to get Sheena back on the channel. My sister, definitely, I'm going to get her on the channel. She's been helping people get their government contracts or get set up as vendors with the government and things like that. But real quick, I just wanted to talk to you guys about the many possibilities that exist and what even government contracts are, in case some of you guys may not know. So there are, let's just say there's, of course there's more, but let's just say there's two types of consumers. There's regular consumers, like people like you and me, and then there's, say, the government, right? So you buy t-shirts, the government buys t-shirts. But usually they buy a much larger amount of t-shirts than you buy. You buy a car, the government usually buys fleets, okay? They buy cars as well. They just buy them at a much greater rate. You get bookkeeping services done. If you have to, say, maybe get your taxes done, or maybe you have a private business or something like that. So you hire a bookkeeper, government hires bookkeepers. You hire someone to cook, or you go to a restaurant and get food catered or something like that, the government gets food catered. So you rent a hotel room, the government rents out hotel rooms, and sometimes they even rent out the whole hotel, okay? So if you were a person who's in the business of selling things to consumers, the government usually buys at a much greater rate than you do. You buy cell phones, the government buys cell phones. They may give all of their employees one who work in a certain agency. And so you might just go buy one, but the government is buying them by the tens of thousands. And so there's an untapped market because not enough people know about the set-asides, where let's say there's a total of $1 billion. 23% of all government contracts have to be set aside for small businesses. And the government does this to keep big businesses from drowning out small businesses, right? It just gives them a fighting chance. But 23% of that $1 billion contract, or that $1 billion budget for whatever it was, has to go to small businesses. And 1% of $1 billion is 10 million. So we're talking like 230 million would go to a small business out of that $1 billion. There's a lot of possibility and a lot of growth potential that you can see by getting government contracts versus trying to necessarily go the private consumer or the individual, the person route, trying to get me to buy something versus trying to get the government to buy something. You'll probably be better off just focusing on the government. So there are people who their whole business is government related. They don't even try to sell their services to private consumers. They deal directly with the government. Barbershops, you go get a barber shop. You go get a haircut. The government, they got barbershop contracts as well. So you can get a contract to be a barber on a base or have a barbershop on a base. So there's just a whole world of opportunities that not enough people know or pursue or know how to get into. So there are people like my sister who does consulting for government contracts. She's helped several people get government contracts. She's even helped me get a government contract. Okay. So, and my the contract she got me was for me to perform at a concert. So I was able to bring all of my people, my friends, and let them get on stage and perform and everything like that. I got a nice check for that. And that's another thing. The government, they don't usually penny pinch. You know, when you charge, whatever you charging, as long as it's fair, then they'll take care of it. You know, and I remember seeing chairs that were like $300 and $500 that I would never buy. I would definitely not spend $300 and $500 for some of these office chairs. Now I understand maybe they're buying commercial grade office chairs. I don't know, but I would never buy some of these office chairs that I've seen. But the government buys them, and they buy them like by the thousands, right, at one time. So you could just be in procurement where you could just be sourcing items that the government needs. The government say, well, look, we need 50 tables of this color, and you could win that bid on those 50 tables. School systems, because government contracts are state, local, and federal. So it might be a school system that's looking for pencils, believe it or not, and they might need 100,000 pencils, and you just need to find out how much you can get pencils for, and then submit a bid above whatever you have to buy the pencils for, and you might win that contract, and you're just basically middlemaning. Computers, the same thing. There may be a school that needs 200 tablets, and they have a contract for that. They tell you exactly the kind of tablet they're looking for, whether or not it's the size, dimension, maybe a particular brand, whatever it is, and you source that contract, and you might win that contract and, come up a little, So there's so many opportunities, but to even get into knowing what to do, it is a little bit of a learning curve, which is why I would mostly suggest, if you just don't have the time to learn it on your own, or you're busy, you're already doing other things, I would suggest just find a consultant, someone who knows what they're talking about, who knows what they're doing. As a matter of fact, on December 12th, we're having my first seminar. It's the Fast Money Conference. It's going to be December 12th right here in Atlanta, Georgia. And my sister from McClary Consulting, she's going to be coming out, and she's going to teach a grant writing class as well as a government contracting class. So if you guys want to see it firsthand, meet her, talk to us, see us in person, then please get in the link in the description below. And, we'll see you on December 12th right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Anyway, right now you're watching Casino Is a Name, and I'm out. Hey, yo, what's going on? Right now you're watching Casino Is a Name, and I wanted to announce my first official live event. It's called the Fast Money Wealth Conference. It's going to be December 12th right here in Atlanta, Georgia. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a 2-day event. We're going to be talking about trucking, real estate, grant writing, and government contracts. We're also going to go out on location and actually walk through a property. The link to the event will be in the description below. Hey, yo, what's going on? Right now you're watching Casino Is the Name, and if you want to know how I started my trucking business, I have an ebook called Big Shot, Hot Shot Volume 1 on your trucking authority. The link is going to be in the description. It'll pretty much tell you everything from if the taxes to different types of trailers and all sorts of things. It's a great book, 5-star reviews. Link will be in the description. Go get it. Yeah.
Beat me up, Scotty. Beat me up, Scotty.
Me and her together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. Cause I come from the bottom, I come from the street. When she first saw me, she say, who is that? When a man saw me, he called me a threat. I'm the one that really live with a rap. They ain't never did it, they ain't really trap. You say you want to be successful, but what's stopping you? Can't nothing stop you from being successful except for you. You standing in your own way. I came from the bottom. I ain't know nothing but the grind. You can't tell me nothing about that. I caught the bus at Basin Street Projects in Tallahassee, Florida. You hear me? I used to think $1 million would last me my whole life. I'd have made that and spent that. $1 million ain't enough.
There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? There's money everywhere. There's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino is the Name.